Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Smith. I've set up multiple clinics in multiple states, run many practices over the last 40 years, and made a lot of mistakes. And part of this video series is to help you not make mistakes by sharing some of the mistakes I've made and show you how to avoid them. And these mistakes have actually cost me millions of dollars. They're pretty important to pay attention. But one of the ways you can avoid mistakes is by having professional management and coaching. My first clinic would have gone bankrupt if it weren't for coaching. I went to a course on setting up urgent care centers and coaching and found out I was $100,000 short on the funds I needed. I had a loan all set up and I figured it all out on my spreadsheets, went over it multiple times. My banker went over it with me, spent hours with me, and it all looked good on paper, but it was wrong. And the guy who'd done it like 15 times, he had 15 urgent care centers, told me I needed twice as much money. And so after coming back and a week of panic, I met with my banker and went over what I learned, and he graciously doubled my loan. It was the first time for both of us. He didn't want it to fail, and it was a secured loan with the SBA, so the bank didn't have much to lose. I think they put up about 30% of the risk, and the rest goes to the SBA, maybe a different number. But anyway, without that adjustment, we would have gone broken. We would have never had all these clinics that we had. So both are important. Now, the way you set up your clinic, you can run it yourself and you can do all these things within your own PLLC, or you can set up a hybrid, which is a medical service organization and a PLLC. And many practices are set up these ways, especially the professional ones. Amazon, for example, they have a clinic on there, and you can be assured that Jeff Bezos is not a licensed physician. They run that professionally, and they have an MSO or corporate structure behind, but they have licensed physicians providing the service, or ARNPs, whatever, the licensed professional. So you can do the same for your own clinic. You can have it two parts. You can have it professionally managed, professional managers all set up. Some corporations come in and do this and set it up, and you run the PLLC, and they take a fee for doing this. And you may find, oh yeah, I want to give up a fee. I don't want to pay for that. But you actually may find out that the fee is way cheaper than doing it yourself. Because when you're doing it yourself, you don't have a professional manager. You have yourself running the clinic. And I don't know about you, but I didn't get a single class in medical school on how to run a clinic. Not one. Didn't get one on nutrition either. That turns out to be important. So by having professional management, and what that means is a professionally run clinic is going to have marketing. It's going to be there, not hit and miss. It's going to be a regular program. You're going to check on your web presence. You're going to check on your website. You're going to check that you're compliant. All of these things are done by professionals, and you can hire professionals, and really, they don't cost you much. They don't cost you anything. Probably cost you more not to have them because of the mistakes you'll make. These were some mistakes I've made that have cost me at least $1 million. Would have paid for a lot of marketing, a lot of management. I didn't pay for them. I survived, but I survived because I brought professional management in, and they were able to take over and save the clinics from the hole that they got into by not having them there in the first place. So you might want to consider that type of a structure. It's also a good structure if you don't have any money. Let's say you had a medical bankruptcy, no money. You have a credit score of 450, and the bank's saying, I'd like to help you, but we can't do a loan with a credit score of 450. So MSO can solve all that. You can find somebody. You don't have to have the money. Somebody has to have the money. It can be a local business, can be a relative, can be another physician who doesn't want to be part of the practice but wants to participate. Radiologists a lot of times have a lot of extra spare cash. They like to put in things. We use them for some of our real estate projects. But a lot of people can do this. And when you do it this way, you can have a professionally run organization. So that's one thing to think. So there's no excuse that I don't have any experience and I don't have any money. Both are available. I'm Dr. Stephen Smith.